it makes it so hard for me to not just say like screw it and start eating everything. I just wanna see the light. What's up everyone, it's your girl Crystal here. Welcome back to my channel. It's like a totally different setting. I make up a story saying that I wanted a whole different scenery and I wanted to change things up, but the reality of it is I lost the little thing that connects to my camera, that connects to my ring light, to be able to do the actual setup that I usually do. I'm just sitting in front of my camera in front of natural lighting. But yeah, today's just gonna be a little type of chit chat, I guess. Something that I've talked about that I struggle with is binge eating. I never struggled with this until my weight loss. I never had a problem with binge eating or anything like that. Don't get me wrong, I ate really bad, but I always overate, but I never binge ate. And I've never gone to like a doctor to where they're like, oh, you have a binge eating disorder and this and that. But what can you possibly get out from a doctor just going and them telling you that you have a binge eating disorder? Like, what could they give you that would benefit you from that? I don't see a reason why to go, because for me, in my opinion, people may have other opinions, it's not all in my head, but it's all self-control, basically. And I'm filming this video. I kind of did a video about this before. I was saying a little story about how I was coming back from Vegas and I binge ate, but I never really went super into depth with the topic. The definition of binge eating is the consumption of large quantities of food in a short period of time, typically as part of an eating disorder. It's a serious eating disorder in which you frequently consume unusual large amounts of food and feel unable to stop eating. Almost everyone overeats on occasion, such as having second, third holiday meal, but for some people, excessive overeating that feels out of control and becomes regular occurrence crosses the line of binge eating disorder. So basically, how it is for me, obviously, if you have problems or struggle with binge eating, it's different for everyone. Just like everything is going to be different for everyone. But for me, I always get asked if I do cheat meals, if I have cheat days, and what my answer all the time is no. I try to have the least amount of cheat days, and it sucks because at my work I have to taste everything that I make, so it makes it so hard for me to not just say like screw it and start eating everything. It's really, really hard for me, and it's probably one of the biggest challenges that I'm going through right now. But on a regular basis, like a regular day, if I eat something that I'm not supposed to, say I eat even just a couple fries, if I eat a scoop of ice cream, not a scoop, but if I eat like a spoonful of ice cream, if I eat something that I'm not supposed to be eating and I know I'm not supposed to be eating, for some reason something goes through my head that I'm just like, oh, well, I already ate this, so I'm just gonna continue eating everything else. Like, why stop there when I've already eaten this? Like, I've already broke my diet, might as well just eat everything else. It's just like, it sounds weird saying it, but that's literally how it works in my head. And people are always like, why, like, just stop eating, like, it's not that hard, like, all you have to do is stop and you won't binge eat. And it's like, it's not like that at all. If you struggle with binge eating, something in your head, something in you just does not let you stop eating. It's so bad for me that to the point that if I'm eating, I think the last time I binge ate was Thanksgiving. You eat and eat and eat and eat, at least for me, until you are physically unable to continue eating. Your body hurts, you feel like you're gonna explode, you feel like you're gonna throw up by the amount of food that you've eaten, and even then you still want to continue eating. Something in you tells you that you need to continue and you can't stop. It's like you are physically unable to stop eating. I can think of so many different ways to try to explain to you how it feels. Unless you go through it, you don't know the feeling. And if you don't go through it and you're watching this, you're probably thinking like, I don't get it, like just stop eating, like have a cheat meal, eat a little bit and just stop. And it's just, it doesn't work like that. I've struggled with binge eating. I can't remember for how long, but it's been a while since I've struggled with it. The last time I had a full binge day, I actually planned it, not to binge eat, but to cheat on my diet, and it was for Thanksgiving. And honestly, like I can tell you, I ate an entire pie by myself. I ate maybe 3 full plates of regular food. I ate, what else I ate? Mashed potatoes, cake, chips, lots of chips. Just keep eating. I think I had a full boysenberry pie. I had 2 slices of pumpkin pie. It's so weird how I remember this. It's cake. Oh, bread pudding, because I made bread pudding that day. It was like pumpkin bread pudding. I had Mexican food earlier in that day because I already knew I was gonna cheat, so I ate everything that day. So many things that I ate, and it's like I didn't stop eating until I left. It was at my uncle's house. I didn't stop eating until I left, and even then when I got home I wanted to continue eating. It sucks because the aftermath, while you're eating you're like, oh, like I'll regret this tomorrow, and it's like after you finish like binge eating and you finally stop, what I usually do is I literally will lock myself in my room and force myself to not leave my room so that I don't eat. And once you finally realize that you need to stop, once you finally stop, you feel like the worst person. You get so depressed and you get put in the worst mood. You literally will just cry and be so upset and think like, why did I do that? I could have just stayed away from all that food. When in reality, you really, it's not even, it's past the point of self-control. It's more of like you're physically unable to stay away. A lot of people don't really talk about this. Everyone's just like, oh, you can just stay away, just don't eat this, don't eat that, don't do this, don't do that. But it's like, it's more than that. And not a lot of people talk about it, where there's actual real problems when it comes to eating and food and all that. Something in you, just like you are physically unable to stay away, and you're physically unable to stop eating sometimes, like when it has to do especially with binge eating and stuff. And it's a lot more serious than people understand. So if you go through it, if you understand binge eating, if you're somewhat in the same boat as me, this is why I don't have cheat days. If I have cheat days, I'll binge. And I don't like that feeling. I don't like binge eating. I don't like feeling like shit the next day. Even that same night, I don't like it. So people are just like, just eat a little bit. And I'm just like, no. Like, I can't just stop. Like, I'm not going to eat even just a little bit because it'll ruin the rest of my day. And if you go through it, you know, you understand the process. It may be a little bit different for you. A lot of people go through it, and it's a normal thing for a lot of people to go through it. But just know that you can work on it. You don't have to accept the fact that it's a bad thing, I guess. You can work on it, and I've worked on it, and I found that the only way that helps me is just not cheating on my diet. And people are like, that's so sad. Like, my uncle tells me all the time, he's like, just have a cheat day, like tomorrow, just have a protein day or something. And I'm just like, no, like, I can't. And the reason I'm actually making this video is because yesterday was Father's Day, and we had a party at my house, and it was so hard for me. Don't get me wrong, I'm proud of myself because I didn't binge, but I didn't stay strict with my diet either. If you follow me on Snapchat, you somewhat know. But I got to my house and there was hot Cheetos, and you guys know how I feel about hot Cheetos. You know how I feel about hot Cheetos. There was hot Cheetos, there was fruit, there was everything. And whenever I feel like I'm about to binge, whenever I feel like I'm gonna eat something that I shouldn't, I'll say, you know what, like, screw my macros, screw 50 carbs a day. I can't control myself, and I'll go straight to the fruit. I won't go to like the fattening, like chips, hamburgers, hot dogs. I'll go straight to the fruit. and I'll be like, you know what, I'm gonna fill myself up on fruit. Yes, fruit has a lot of carbs and stuff like that, but they're healthy carbs. Fill myself up on fruit. Literally, I'll choose on what I binge eat. If I feel like I'm gonna binge, I'll choose the foods that I'm gonna binge eat with. And it's weird because I've kind of had this cycle where I'll go to the fruit and I'll eat so much fruit that I feel so full. And yes, I want to eat more and more and more, but I haven't necessarily cheated to the point where I'll start eating chips and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, I ate a few, some hot Cheetos. I could not stay away from those hot Cheetos. Maybe a handful, probably less. But I stuck with fruit, meats, vegetables, stuff like that. And that's just what works for me. It's something that I'm gonna have to deal with for the rest of my life, and it's just something that I have to learn to control. And I'm learning to control it. Along with a lot of things in my life, I'm learning to control it. So just know that there's ways to get past it. There's ways to control yourself. Yeah, that's basically it. That's how I deal with binge eating. That's how I struggle with it. And I know there's a lot of people that will relate to this video. So, I mean, I hope it helps in any way. And that's basically it. Make sure you're following me on all my social media. Everything will be linked in the description. Comment down below. Give this video a like if it helped, if you like this video even a little bit, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!